Hello friends, welcome to my channel IT with Varun Vohra. I'm Varun Vohra, a US based known expert. Friends, as part of the Conceptual Bytes series, today's topic is scenarios in new user testing. So there are two key controls in new user testing, and they are: first, access is approved before it is granted, and the second is around segregation of duties between requester, approver and grantor, which need to be different. So we'll discuss two scenarios related to the first key control, which is access is approved before it is granted. So in scenario 1, the account already exists in the system in scope, which can be an application, Windows Server, Linux Server, or anything else, and the roles or privileges are granted to this account. So the account already exists in the system in scope for assessment, and then roles or privileges are granted to this specific account. In this case, these addition of each new role or privilege needs to be approved prior to being granted. So that's what scenario 1 is. In scenario 2, the account does not exist in the system in scope for review, which again can be anything like an application, Windows Server, Linux Server, or any other system. So the account will be created first in the system in scope, and then roles or privileges will be granted thereafter. So in this scenario, this creation of account and granting of roles or privileges, they may have a common approval or a separate approval. But the key control remains the same, that the approval should be prior to granting or creation. So two different scenarios. In one, the account exists in the system in scope, roles and privileges are granted. So again, the approval needs to be prior to granting of these roles or privileges. In scenario 2, the account itself does not exist, and first the account is created in the system, and then roles or privileges are granted thereafter. But again, the creation of account and the granting of roles or privileges, they need to have an approval, either common or separate, as the key control is again that remains constant, which is approval should be prior to granting. Now friends, an important pointer from a risk perspective is that creation of an account with basic birthright access is a relatively low risk activity compared to granting of roles or privileges to an account, which is high risk. So key focus during a risk-based review is mostly on approval of each role or privilege granted to an account. So I hope this conceptual byte was helpful. You can get a much deeper understanding through the in-depth videos on my channel covering details not available anywhere else. So keep watching. Bye.